And Marielle. No way her low-life parents were secretly educated and talented. And Dorothy, what a liar. And Jenny Big, you can't hide talent. Automatically, we look at Donna Lynn. At my first town meeting, she belted all the comic songs from her high school's long-ago production of Guys and Dolls. And even the COs broke up laughing. Dorothy, who has 6 kids and bladder prolapse, literally peed her pants. I was new and scared, and the show made me laugh so hard I suddenly believed I could stand the next 28 months without dying of despair. It was also sad, though, because Donna Lynn, whose nickname is Showtime, has a Broadway voice that should have given her a different life. A choice here, a choice there. She could be posing in a ball gown with her Tony Award instead of hamming it up at town meeting in her blues. I understand your point, the book lady says. She always understands our point because she's a retired English teacher who enjoys lively discussion. Plus, she likes us. However, she adds, which she always does, in order for reading to become an exercise in empathy, it helps to think of all the characters in all the books as fellow creatures. Even the ones we don't understand, says Britty, who's got the pointy face and eye circles of a tame raccoon. Jenny Big adds on cue, even the ones we don't like. Desiree finishes up, even the ones we hate with the fiery shitballs of hell. The book lady, who is older lady pretty, with a sweet peachy face and wavy ash-colored hair and soft jowls, opens her hands. There you go. It's not that hard. Her idea about fellow creatures is okay in theory. The book lady has tons of theories, especially about compassion. But all the same, we find it quite the stretch to invite the famous and successful cardiac surgeon into our family of fellow creatures. In the 1.5 years since we've been coming to book club, the book lady has tried out all kinds of authors, from Virginia Woolf to Zadie Smith, and we've complained about them all. We love complaining. It's weirdly empowering. The book lady hasn't figured that out yet. Not that we don't have preferences. Our favorite stretch started last fall, when we asked for the classics most of us had read in high school and remembered from before. To Kill a Mockingbird, Of Mice and Men, The Great Gatsby. Those books felt like family. Those books took us through the worst of winter. A heartless one, too much snow, too many days without yard time. Ethan Frome was the last of the batch, and this time around, I read it with different eyes. Beautiful Maddie turns into a querulous hag after a sledding accident with Ethan. It's basically about how life sucks, and nobody who deserves love ever gets it. Before prison, I was a more forgiving reader. The author should have called it Ethan Frome. God hates your guts, Donna Lynn said at the time. So the book lady, of course, asked us what we thought about God, a question that lasted us through the remainder of that session. Every Friday, 2 hours, books, books, books. We get to keep them after we're done, and that's no small thing. A stack of triumphs under the bed. Today we're at the end of that dismal winter, discussing a flashback to where the famous cardiac surgeon first meets her gorgeous financial manager husband in the elevator of their apartment building. We already know this guy, whose obnoxiousness through 27 chapters goes right over the author's head, but she's circling back to their first meeting to show us that life has a shape, but you don't see the shape until later. Good point, I'll give her that. Then Sheena pipes up out of the blue that one time her boyfriend threw her clothes out the window of their second-floor apartment because she wouldn't give him a blowjob before she left for work. This is book club. This out of the blueness, because reading books, even annoying books about lucky people who think they grew up tragically, gets us talking. My boyfriend did that, Desiree says. Her hair, despite being done up in a layer cake of braids, looks dull and flat. Eyes, too, dull and flat. 3rd floor, my clothes, plus my purse, plus my elephant figurines. Everything smashed on the street. Jacinta goes next. 4th floor, my clothes, my purse, my mom's jewelry. Me too, says Renee. 5th floor, plus my cat. Renee is short and dark and pretty, and I really...